And tonight we are learning more about George Zimmerman, who reportedly told investigators he killed Trayvon Martin in self-defense. It turns out that Zimmerman wanted to be a police officer. A neighbor of 28-year-old George Michael Zimmerman describes the Crime Watch volunteer as someone who cared.
George was a caring passion. He had a passion for the safety of our neighborhood, and he demonstrated to the rest of us that one person could make a difference. And he was an average guy, just like me.
All that changed on the night of February 26th when he saw 17-year-old Trayvon Martin walking through his neighborhood. Zimmerman called 911.
This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. It's raining and he's just walking around looking about.
Zimmerman says he shot the teen in self-defense. He has not been charged with a crime in this case. This now infamous mugshot of Zimmerman is from 2005 when he was arrested and charged with resisting a police officer without violence after an incident at a local bar. He initially pleaded not guilty, then later entered a 6-month pretrial diversion program as part of a plea deal. And as this document shows, he stayed in the program an extra 2 months because he wrote, quote, "My program participation has not been satisfactory." Later that year, Zimmerman and his ex-fiancée both filed for protection against domestic violence after each alleged there was pushing and hitting. None of this sounds like the boy George and Kay Hall knew when he lived in their Virginia neighborhood where he grew up. Zimmerman was an altar boy.
They were a tight-knit family, very good with their children, were very well behaved. They didn't run around loose or anything. They were faithful. They were active in the Catholic Church.
In 2008, Zimmerman applied for and was accepted into a citizens outreach program run by the Sheriff's Office, which introduces participants to law enforcement procedures. Before he was accepted, Zimmerman had to explain his 2005 arrest. He wrote in part, quote, "I hold law enforcement officers in the highest regard, as I hope to one day become one." And a couple of years ago, Zimmerman called one of his old neighbors asking for a letter of recommendation for a law enforcement application. We don't know what happened with that application.